Two dry sandwiches slapping together. What a graphic description there from Trace.
At least I know what he dreams about at night now. It gives me a bit more insight into his mind. He's looking very threatening over there on the other side of the room, but stay on your side, Trace. Stay behind that desk. We got our wall here.
He's a whole room away, and that is many meters. Many meters. Well, spam this avocado, Hugo, to help Bravado. I think that's probably where the meme comes. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But the things rhyme, and normally that's how it goes, something along those lines.
You're dead on.
Well, let's see that if this is going to help the South African squad. Obviously, we saw them play Inferno already versus NRG. They're only able to muster 8 rounds there. But as we saw for INTZ, they took a bit of a beating on this map earlier on. Just around about an hour ago from their Brazilian brethren, whom they just sent home. Bravado looking like they want to try and go for this B play. They've had a chance to watch and study how INTZ approach this in the previous map.
Bombs up on B here. It looks like they might go for this split through the CT spawn unless Fady is just trying to sell this fake. And if he checks this corner, KNG completely alone. The smoke is down. Fady finds the entry. Here's the wrap coming through. Yell's attention is diverted, leaving only one player committed to the B site, but they'll run right past him, and he might be able to double down. Dink to 36. Sand will fall on the site, and if Yell can find this kill, then the retake is well and truly on.
Bomb has been planted.
Ooh. JT gonna get bested, and now Elusive suddenly left in this 1-on-3. Already a 1v3 rather, that Bravado should have given up, and now it does fall to the lonesome Elusive, but he's living up to his name, and he's proven to be a difficult man to track down. Oh, okay. Oh, short, right, yep, no, this is fine, this is all good. Elusive just allowed to duck and weave and dodge and take these fights, isolates all the engagements. They are on the bomb. And with just enough time, INTZ able to hold on to that. Oh, panic averted for the Brazilian squad as they almost threw that away.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Why was no one watching the site? They had 2 players up covering that bomb defusal, but I have no answer for you. I have no answer. That's still a round taken, but very, very close, as you said. Both players getting tagged down at the end there as well, but they will get that defuse in time. So Bravado going for the force buy on one player here, getting that AK. I mean, JT spent all his money to drop it over, and Fady's gone for full utility. So that's interesting enough to see him go for all the nades here. You typically want that on someone else to flashbang him into position, set him up, rather than him be setting up the pistols or himself. See that AK down bottom of mid right now. Only one player on B. Yell's already picked it apart. So Fady is gone, and much of the chance of Bravado winning this round is out the window as well. No armor on anyone here to pick up that AK, so JT will just grab it. Try and work that B site. Yell's already fallen back after seeing that one AK, and the rest of Bravado peering up through middle. We again have KNG here, but this time he's got support, so he can afford to peek out and take the frags, 2 of them to his name. This round is looking well and truly done unless JT can find something on B, but even at this point, you're asking for a lot.
Yeah, far too much, especially for a man who just has this AK, no armor. They get a pressure and a KNG, nice shot. 4 kills for him in that round. We've already seen he was looking to be the real force of nature behind this INTZ roster just moments ago. Coming close, but not quite being able to beat out the most kills we've seen thus far in one of these minor circuit games. He's got another best of 3 to try and do it now, though, and if history repeats itself, we might need to see another big performance from KNG. One of the big questions for the guys over on the desk was, can he keep this going? And that was where it was interesting to see the difference in opinion between Chad and Nati, right? Nati saying that he thinks that INTZ are going to come into this feeling warmed up, feeling ready as a result of that previous game. While Chad obviously siding with the idea that they're going to be burnt out. Already sitting 2-0 in the series, so they're looking to try and get off to a good start here, continue building up that momentum that we saw them have in the previous matchup. This time they're able to take control of the top of mid. KNG down here at the base of Banana is very aggressive, and this has freed up Zan to rotate away. He's actually going to make the decision to come back and rejoins up with KNG. This leaves only 3 players on this A bomb site, and all this information, it's usually fairly common to see that 4th man rotate round into A. INTZ deciding against it, and this is something that might come back to haunt them. Destiny from down in the pit, not quite able to stand his ground, and that leaves Zand and KNG in a 2v3 retake.
Do have the kit though, and KNG's got a molly to try and force a player out into the open. The issue is this position up in library. Detroni's watching him from the flank from CT, but it's going to be the long wrap coming from KNG. Early peek and not necessarily necessary from Detroni. Will leave now. INTZ in a 2-on-2 coming back into the site, the time being the biggest issue. And Molotov not going to force JT out into the open. Who will win his duel? It's KNG in the 1-on-1 now after getting the trade and elusive, not giving him the fight, but there it is. Peeks out wide, there was still time on the bomb. And there's going to be the defuse. Bravado offering themselves up on a platter there to KNG in that round. There are times you definitely don't need to peek out wide and take those gunfights, and Bravado are learning that the hard way. They're going to be going down 3-0 in this first map, and potentially a 4th here with having no real money to play with. Actually, I say that they get the bomb on, of course, so it's 3,700, allowing 4 AKs to come across this team. The issue is utility.
KNG is such a force to be reckoned with. That was really a round that I'd written off for INTZ. Then I took a look at who was still up, Zand and KNG, and I'm like, okay, now maybe there's still a chance here. And now, I mean, yeah, you mentioned Bravado. They have this buy as a result of the bomb going down, but it isn't perfect. Sort of the ideal amount of utility to try and tangle with this B bomb site, but a lot of that relies on you taking control of the top of Banana. And that's why they will be lacking the utility. Fady. Quick double from him. Sonic, in the meantime, picks up another man at the same bomb site, and that just leaves Destiny and KNG standing at 2v4. But Bravado, they've made the wrong call. They leave B anticipating that maybe there's a second man over at this side, and that's KNG now striking down 2. They can't give another round up to this man. Sonic is the one who should really be able to lock this down, pushing in from CT. KNG seems aware of this idea. Repositioning into the graveyard, they're going to hear that scope, so it will be communicated. Sonic. Parkours over the top of him, and KNG will go down. Sonic, fastest man alive, as Bravado pick up their first.
That AWP is saved as well. You can see some smiles on the Bravado faces as they take their first rifle round. A little bit scary there with KNG being able to drop the bomb, but luckily enough we had that teamwork from Bravado. In the 2-on-1, we had the player on short actually shooting to bait KNG to peek forward, allowing Sonic to climb up on top of that bike and, well, do the dirty from above. So Bravado now finding their first round off the back of a very scary round with minimal utility. And now it's going to be INTZ. They're the ones stuck with far from a full buy. 3 pistols. The perfect kind of round for Bravado to springboard themselves into this lead on the T side of the first map. Just being their pick in this series. Nice nades going over, doing some damage to these T's up in the top of Banana. Elusive, he's in the apartments, and oh no, they're not watching the back, they're not watching the boiler flank, and so he gets away with 1. Cello's going to try and back off only to get wallbanged a little bit, but he will eventually escape. Now Bravado with a pick, looking convinced to take this A site. But as I say that, still unsure. The bomb's up and towards top mid, and it's going back in through B where Fady's already gained control. Now Bravado can just back off through Banana after keeping these CTs within the site, or they can go for another one of these CT wraps that we saw in the pistol. Yale's still got a smoke to slow down this B play as well, but 44 seconds on the clock, there's enough time to wait that out if you are Bravado.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, at least he's only going to manage that 1 kill. The trade is found from Fady as he reappears from inside that smoke. 20 seconds here, though, and KNG's already rotated around. He has been such a difficult man to deal with. clutching and almost clutching rounds left and right once more. This one comes down to the wire. He's done so much damage. KNG, no one's been able to stop this man this evening. Not quite able to deny the bomb plant. Lands a bit of damage on the spray transfer, but now he just has to sit back and watch as Zand and Cello attempt to continue his legacy, finish off the damage that he started. He's brought down two of these players so low, and there's Zand in with the first. Cello will pick up the trade, and Elusive on just 18 points of health. Hidden away, Cello knows he has to pick up the pace, but that Molotov's perfect. It forces him out of the open, and Cello wins the fight. Defuse looking to come on in, and he's got it just by the skin of his teeth.
It's going to be close, but yeah, it should be a fourth round. It should be that reset, and just in time. Even the AWP getting saved in Banana as well, so massive clutch from Cello. And that's such an unfortunate round to lose if you're Bravado. You finally get your first T-side round, and an instant reset coming through. It's on their map pick as well, so it was this push that made all the difference, right? It seemed like JT definitely wasn't ready, looking at his teammate's monitor, maybe looking at the map. Not ready for a smoke push, considering his teammate was close by, but a huge push that opens up not only getting a kill, but also getting the information that the bomb was hitting B, and that's when we saw KNG rotate and do the work. So fast B play here with the pistols, and oh dear, Detroni finds 2 kills, albeit one of them being his teammate. Cello, he's going to be here close with the M4 as well, and smoke down to stop this rush from continuing. They decide to boost up instead, but Bravado, they're not being hunted from any flank in middle. They're still stuck within the Banana, flash through the smoke. No real guns to be retrieved.
For Bravado here, I mean, they put a bit of stake into this round. Obviously, they go for this partial investment. So they were hoping to get something done from it. Now the Cello here, and you can already see KNG rotating round. His timing is perfect, and this is on the back of that information that Destiny's gained over in T Apartments. Oh, Yell gone through, and he's able to win them both. Now just Detroni left standing. KNG bails out Yell from his rotation. INTZ a 5-1 lead.
I think they definitely are looking warmed up. Like, as you would assume after just playing a 3-map best of 3 with some long games as well. But like, look at some of the sprays and the shots that INTZ are hitting. Now, not to say Bravado can't hit these, but yeah, not just come off the back of 100 rounds of Counter-Strike or near enough. 5-1 start to INTZ, and now it is just an eco coming out from Bravado. They got a bit behind it. Obviously, that lost bonus looking nice and dandy on this T side, but they're still waiting for the full rifle round in the follow-up. It's AWP from KNG as well, and as you mentioned, he has just been off to a stunning start on this map. I mean, they just finished off on Inferno. It's a bit of a familiar territory for KNG. 11-3 on him. Destiny's closing the apartments. He's got to watch that doorway once the smoke fades because the push is coming through. That's the information. The flash actually blinds the first man out. Destiny, how is he still alive? He swapped to the pistol and pushed within the house. It's Cello to try and catch him from the back, and he does save his teammate. Zan even finishing off the man in the back of the apartments, and that was just a complete clean sweep from INTZ. No deaths.
Which is really saying something when Destiny comes face to face with 4 players up in the apartments. Is able to find 2. And then it's just like, he just hops in the smoke with them. He just hides under the same veil that they're all under. So it's very confusing, very ridiculous round. INTZ up 6-1. They are tearing Bravado apart. Important to note though, they did not have a very good T side on this map. So they really need as many CT side rounds as they can muster.
Starting off fantastically. Cello in this round, he almost doubles down. 1-for-1 going to favor the T side, so finally Bravado in a somewhat strong position, but let's see what they can do with it first and foremost. We've got to rotate off of B, so only one man going to be here for the time being. That is Zand, and in fact the weakest weapon on the team as well. Not exactly the best case, but look at this push. Bravado going to go towards A regardless, so this early rotation from INTZ was going to pay off. So importantly, they're Going to be setting up smokes towards his long side as Yell cuts off the apartments. This negates Elusive's position, at least for now, but he makes it clear with the Molotov going in. Destiny again looking for a similar position, and he's going to get mollied off a little bit as well. So now we have that art trap coming through towards A. The Droney finding the entry kill, and this triple A setup needs to come into play for Yell. He's finally dropped one, he's cornered the other, but the push-up short is going to catch him off guard. 2-on-2 here. KNG hitting the wall bang, and he's not going to let them pass.
Oh, he tries to throw the nade in, doesn't anticipate that repeat from Elusive, and now just Zand left in the hot seat. Oh, no, he's on the left side. Elusive's already crossed, and Zand has no idea that could be his downfall. Making his presence known, and that will be Zand backing off. So the second round cemented for Bravado.
And there as well, we talked about earlier, they're making a lot of mistakes in fighting in these post plants. I like the setup there. Elusive was hiding in pit, and the second the player on the site makes contact with that last man pushing in, Elusive's going to wide peek that and get the kill. So while it doesn't come into play, at least Bravado have learned from their mistakes and not taking the early fights and rather playing coordinated. And it will result in them getting their first round, despite KNG's best efforts.
Yeah, KNG is channeled into some other level right now, though. I mean, even landing that wall bang, it feels like in every one of these situations, he's able to have the perfect read. Ooh. Double AWP carried forward. Well, one of the AWPs was, the second purchased up. This leaves both teams' economy at breaking point, so outcome of this round becomes a very important one, especially for the likes of Bravado, as it could give them a major means of getting respectable scoreline early. The issue they're going to have is Yell already opening things up down here at the banana. JT dropped, man advantage gained, and now in response to this, Bravado looking to try and answer with something out into middle. The issue is you go running into KNG at this portion of the map. And in the blink of an eye, it's Elusive, a 1v4 required. He does spot two players over here at short, but all that's done is ring the dinner bell.
Yeah, and if he goes peeking on here, there's just too many CTs. I think this might spell the end. Shot missed, but Molotov will force him forward, and yeah, one kill, but no more than that. KNG with a triple in that round. It seems like every round that INTZ win, he is playing a massive part of it. 15-4, just 9 rounds in. 7-2 is the score, and the money again gone here for the Bravado camp. Out of luck and out of pocket as they're left to 2K per player, so got to be another one of these hard eco rounds with minimal investment. And this is a great start for INTZ. I mean, coming into this first map, this being Bravado's pick as well. Obviously a map that INTZ struggled on closing out earlier. When I say even closing out, really getting in. They got 9 rounds.
Oh, uncharacteristic miss from KNG. No, doesn't look like it matters because Zand and Destiny are able to mop things up quickly. 8-2 in favor of INTZ. Buy available to Bravado, but unless they figure out a way of getting back into this game quickly, this could shape up to be a very fast first map indeed.
Yeah, it's just in the back of my mind, I have that T-side from INTZ that we saw earlier where they got 4 rounds. And so, you know, Bravado, this may not be an easy half, but if they can get 5, 6, this is still very doable. And I don't want to count them out until I've really seen how, you know, this first map goes. Or more specifically, the second half. Nice flash, that forces Yell off the top. Bravado ready for that position. They're deep in the apartments as well, but so is Destiny, looking to challenge. Timingless, he changes weapon, and luckily KNG's behind him because he finds both kills to the one of Elusive. Yell got to back off to the site, and Bravado, they were going to execute B, but that smoke may be a problem.
Oh, Yell. And Zand, a real force to be reckoned with inside of B. INTZ up 9-2. And yeah, you do mention how the T side, not only did it look weak, but Bravado, they have a very good CT side on this map. You think about it, that's one of the reasons why they picked it. On top of that, you know, they saw INTZ get manhandled on their T side, so Bravado probably with a very good idea as to how they want to approach this. You imagine that's going to be the main focus, but you can't rely on it so much that 2 rounds becomes enough. One thing I do like about this team is that they're very open when they play their CT side on this map. Is usually the way in which we've seen them approach it is they set Sonic up over on Banana with the AWP, and then they play the other 4 players over inside of that A-bomb site, and that can be very tricky to deal with. Now maybe they've changed that in response to a couple of things. Maybe they noted from how INTZ approached their T side in that matchup just earlier on versus Imperial on this map. So I'm excited to see if, you know, that's something that maybe we notice.
Depends how many rounds we see on the CT side. That's the question, because right now, yeah, we know that INTZ have a weak T side, but it might not matter if this carries on in the way it does. 13-2 could be the half in theory. At that point, it's by rounds out the window for Bravado. So we need a response. However, it won't be here. Just pistols in this round. INTZ looking to climb their way to double digits. We had the smoke double flash on JT. Likely going to be an apartments burst. We could just see these pistols dive into the pit. Lots of teams have been running the old optic setup, which is to throw that wall of smokes in the pit on A and dive out the apartments, and then just wait for the smokes to fade in pit, and then allowing you to either cross to the site or take those gunfights depending on your weaponry. But they don't have the right amount of utility for that. An early smoke to the top of B from Sonic, and now JT going to be setting up his.
1 smoke and 2 flashbangs are all they have to make this play work. And 3 players grouped up here on short. 4th inside of the bomb site. And there's KNG with the opener as they try and trade him. He's helped out greatly by Cello. This round draws to a close, and 5 players surviving for INTZ. Money very much built up here over on this CT side. We at least have rifles back out for Bravado, and this is where you imagine you're going to see the fruits of that tactical pause called in the round prior. This would have been the focal point of that conversation, so maybe this is where we see a change of pace, change of direction for this Bravado squad. They've got all the utility they could possibly need, so keep your eye on where that ends up. Initial flurry and towards the top of Banana to try and ward off presence at this side of the map, but Elusive able to open up. Destiny just getting away in the nick of time. Regardless, though, man advantage gained here for the South African squad.
INTZ have not been fearful of giving this team a lot of room to play, a lot of control, but it's not really resulted in any rounds for Bravado. They've been given top B time and time again. We've not really seen any executes there for a while. And A has just been locked down by KNG in the past, pre or post plant. He's still here for now with the AWP being the only man to defend this site as INTZ rotate Destiny round, and oh, this could be the perfect read. Bravado have even set up with the bomb and Banana. INTZ, they're just playing with the food at this point, aren't they? Smoke towards the spawn, flashes over, Destiny's blind, but we do have this boost in play as the push comes through.
3 players here, that's the big issue for Bravado. They have to find something, and they are finally able to deal with Cello in the back of this bomb site, but ooh, into the Molotovs, and hops down at his demise. Stuck between a rock and a hot place. Now just Destiny and KNG, but KNG still left standing. You really do believe this man has been so good in the clutch and has the read. There could be a man up there, checks it, misses the shot, actually going to nutmeg Elusive. The Trony picking up both kills from the Banana, and a 3rd round cemented now for Bravado. I don't know what's, I mean, KNG, he's always been, you know, a pretty standout guy within the teams he's in, but here, he really is showing up, and that experience that he has really showing its value to this INTZ squad.
I definitely say that LAN experience is like a big factor of that as well, right? Far more than the other guys on his team. Nade into middle. Smoke to cut off the early push from Bravado. Yet to come through though. Again, they've been given top B. This time, we are going to see Zand try and challenge it. Doing a lot of damage with his utility to JT as well, but no conversion for the kill. Meantime, KNG's picked up a man in the apartments. This has been a difficult position for Bravado to gain control of. That's one of the few areas that INTZ have been contesting pretty much every single round with a man on the balcony. So elusive, the top fragger for Bravado dropped early on. Alongside JT being low and in banana with the bomb, this is not looking like the best of starts for Bravado. They almost walked into a near MTB bomb site, but now that rotate's coming back on in the form of Zand. And back to basics, back to B. Sonic tries to fake out the other side of the map, but they're aggressive on short and they know it's not a push.
Oh, and now combine that with Yell and Zand shutting down these initial two players. Things go bad to worse here for Bravado, but Sonic's good for one. That's the bomb dropped, unfortunately for him, and now Sonic, the man that we so often talk about, was left in that impossible clutch, not able to win it out. INTZ 11-3. And that'll be the reset onto Bravado's economy into the last round of this first half, really shaping up to be a good one for INTZ. They're just going to have these pistols and a little bit of armor to work with, Hugo. They do have utility purchased up, but it's not anything to write home about. Full belt over on JT. Elusive and Fady, a tiny bit to work with. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Oh! Someone put a stop to INTZ, because right now Bravado definitely can't. 12-3 as this first half goes very much in favor of the Brazilian squad. Can they keep this just crushing momentum going? Find out after the break. We've seen real Brazilians here from the INTZ squad. One man in particular springs to mind, and that is KNG, who has just been a real driving force. But Yell, Cello, Zan, these guys all finding their footing. Fielding a very good scoreline right now as they head into their T-side pistol round. Looking to try and put their woes of the weak T-side last time around behind them. It's Cello and Fady going blow for blow over here at long as INTZ, they're able to take a bit of a foothold here in the top of mid. One man on that B-bomb site right now is Sonic. He's going to take this initial fight.
Yeah, falling back though, getting the info and calling for his rotate. No smoke to shut down this push. Sonic doesn't want to lose his life and allow this B site to be taken. So INTZ show presence towards the top of B and then we'll just back off. For now. Still have so much map control, waiting to see if Bravado reaggress on this CT side. For now, nothing. They are going to be patient. 50 seconds on the clock. INTZ backing off towards middle to go for this A execute. I say execute, there's no utility left up. It's just going to be dry Glocks as they come in through the apartments. Trony, he might find something here. He spots that mid player. Got to be careful. Yell has no armor as well. Taking a 1v1 is going to be a bit risky. He did just cross mid, and he can wrap up long as well. There's no one here. 20 seconds as the push comes out, and Cello with some fantastic shots. 3 kills from him, and the Yell is even going to take control of the library.
Just 2 players remaining. It's Sonic and JT. They do have the kit, but they're not ready for Yell. Over here in the library, this man tearing them apart. Now only Sonic remains. KNG getting his piece of the pie, and that will be INTZ securing the pistol around here on Inferno. That could be just the start they need to propel them over the finish line here, especially with this decision from Bravado to go for the force buy in this round. This now becomes a must-win force buy, essentially. Bravado, they've put all their eggs in one basket. They've gone for it. You lose this, you give a 14th out to INTZ, you either have then to force buy to the very end of the map, or you eco and you try and buy, go 12 rounds in a row to come back.
No.
And I think if you're Bravado at this point, yeah, your mind's set on force buying every single round.
Yeah, pretty much. No more room for error here for Bravado. And that's easier said than done when your buy is this weak. INTZ just have to play their cards right. They do have the better weaponry after all, with 3 AKs in this follow-up round. Mid push coming through from the Brazilians as well. Oh, Fady. Holding a more passive angle. Detroni going to go in, and he'll go into his death. So now this long push coming out after that pick, and Fady has decided to back off. The smoke will ward off these T's though, and Elusive's up in the apartments, needs to win this duel, and he does. So an AK's been gifted over, and a chance has been gained. The issue is there's no one left on this A site, and the smoke goes out of the apartments to give Elusive a chance, but the flank is already there from Destiny. It's looking like a done deal. Bravado need to save. Bomb down for INTZ in a 4-on-2. This map is falling apart, Harry. Actually, I say falling. It's probably fallen apart.
Which, you know, if you're Bravado and you're coming into this, you pick Inferno, one of the guys that, well, INTZ, they got wrecked on this map, right? That's how they were probably feeling heading into it. Probably had that confidence behind them. And we were wondering for INTZ if having already played 3 maps of Counter-Strike was going to mean they come into this being warmed up or burnt out. And they do look hot as anything, but it's not burnt out. These guys are on fire on the side of INTZ. They're really bringing the heat. And this is shaped out to be a very fast map indeed. Obviously, the worst thing for Bravado is next up is Mirage, and we already saw how great INTZ looked on that map just moments ago, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a map that Bravado can play, so they've got that up their sleeve. But if it's anything like this game, Harry, then that could be a scary prospect. Bravado will be ecoing, giving away 15 here, aside from the saved Eagles. Fair enough, really. They can get a full buy in the next round. You may as well at least have 1 in the map, right? A chance to show what you can do on this CT side, but do INTZ want to even give them the room to work with? We've already got a default established. INTZ never rushing into these bomb sites with no information. They were going to rush a bomb site. A would be the right call to make at the moment with only 1 player there. Fady deep in the pit. They are working mid right now, so the only question mark is that bomb in the top of B. Now, we could see that split towards the CT spawn for INTZ. Definitely a good idea, but they will back off out of middle. So are going to be walking into this stack here, and that gives Bravado a chance, if anything.
They need more than chance, though. You are right, they will be walking into this stack, although, saying that, Cello and KNG, yeah, this is the fake from INTZ, and this is picture perfect. Only Fady at this A bomb site. As they hear Zand running away, they're going to try and push him down at the banana, and JT does manage that first kill, but this A bomb site is toppled. Bravado, 4v4. They will go peeking into it on these players that don't have armor. I mean, they can afford to buy it in the next round anyway, so they're going to try and go for it. But it's not looking good, and INTZ just one kill away from map point here on their opponent's map pick.
Oh, Sonic does find it. Issue is he's not finding much of value. Picks up an AK, there it is. Can try and go ahead and save that, but small consolation, Harry. 15-3. Save all you want, Sonic. INTZ have no problem giving that gun away because they're going to be picking up the round and the guarantee of at least overtime, although I would imagine that a map to be secured is the more likely outcome. Come on, Yell. There we go. Cello's going to get boosted, so we will have that save from both guns, including Sonic as well. And what could be the last round of the map here on Inferno? The pick of Bravado down 3-15. Now, they do have the full buy here. They do have the double AWP and all the orgs behind it. So this is a fairly tantalizing buy for Bravado, but what can they do with it? That's the question at hand.
Well, we at least have that double AWP purchased up between the Trony and Sonic. One of the things I touched on is how they like to play Sonic alone at Banana here. I was curious if they were going to switch that up, maybe to try and exploit any vulnerabilities they thought they'd seen in this T side, but that's not the case. And actually, this long portion of the map over towards A, they're going to smoke off the Trony. There's Fady. Able to secure the man advantage for Bravado. He stopped this A play from coming through and bought plenty of time. And now we see them move into that familiar setup on the side of Bravado. Sonic holding at the top of Banana, frees up this fourth man inside of A. Fady does get brought down to 4 HP. Oh, Cello didn't see him. Yeah, did that time. Bit of a game of whack-a-mole there. KNG once more in with another Fady, despite being on 4 HP. Second kill of the round, and a big one at that. Oh no. Yeah, that was almost for free. That should have been guaranteed. And now at least they've given a second shot at life, one that he should not been afforded.
Oh, and they're even going to take down Cello as well. KNG still keeping this round alive, but we need this man in the pit to peek wide, and he will. KNG getting the frag. It's even Yell following up, and the bomb's still down on the site, but the last man's been spotted in the library. Right now, INTZ reading Bravado like a book as Sonic looks to try and hold on to this round, to this map. But the bomb down here, as long as KNG does not stand up, INTZ will stand tall. As the retake comes in from Sonic, he's got a 1v2 to find, already spammed through the smoke, and contact made on KNG. It's 16-3. It is an absolute stomp on the map pick of Bravado. We are obviously going to be moving to a second map, but there's a very good chance we can see the Brazilians 2-0 this series now.
Yeah, most definitely. If KNG can keep this form up, then that does not seem like too much of a far-off reality. Fantastic stuff from him, 26-6. INTZ, they take this one dominantly, and as you mentioned, Mirage coming up next. That's the map pick of INTZ. The Brazilians trying to get this one done in 2. Find out if they can after the break.